There's a silence a man reaches at the very end. Not the silence of anger, not the silence of pride, but the silence of someone who has given everything, and finally accepts the truth. He can't save a relationship alone. Good men don't walk away impulsively. They don't leave because of one bad day, or one argument, or one moment of disappointment. They leave because something inside them breaks quietly, over weeks, months, sometimes years, and once that crack becomes too deep, there is no way back. Hook. Men don't leave when they stop loving. They leave when they stop believing their love matters. 1. She realizes he wasn't clingy, he was committed. When he was there every day, checking on her, asking how she felt, planning things, trying to deepen the connection, she called it too much. She thought his consistency meant she didn't need to protect the relationship. She thought his reliability meant he would always stay. She thought his presence meant she could ignore him a little, delay the conversations he needed, brush off the problems that scared him, and everything would still be fine tomorrow. But when he leaves, when that clinginess vanishes, she sees it for what it truly was: love, commitment, emotional investment. A man who showed up every single day because he saw a future with her. Hook. You don't appreciate warmth until you're standing in the cold. Now she scrolls through old messages and sees a man who was trying harder than she understood at the time. Now she realizes he wasn't obsessive, he was devoted, and devotion is rare. 2. She realizes he didn't want control, he wanted partnership. Every good man who loves deeply eventually asks the same questions. Are you here with me? Are we moving forward together? Do you care like I do? But to her, those questions felt like pressure. She saw his desire for closeness as interrogation, his attempts at honesty as criticism, his boundaries as demands. She mistook connection for control. She didn't understand that a good man doesn't want power. He wants understanding. He doesn't want to dictate. He wants to be included. He doesn't want obedience. He wants effort. But only when he's gone does she realize the difference. Hook. He wasn't trying to control her life. He was trying not to feel alone in it. Now she looks back and sees that every conversation he initiated was a lifeline he was trying to throw them both. But she didn't grab it. And eventually, a man stops offering the rope and saves himself. 3. She realizes emotional labor wasn't one-sided, he carried the heavier weight. In the relationship, she believed she was the one feeling more, hurting more, sacrificing more. But men suffer quietly. Men break internally long before they break externally. Men try to protect the relationship even when they're the ones bleeding from it. He absorbed her moods, her insecurities, her doubts, her storms. He steadied the foundation while she shook the walls. He reassured her while never receiving reassurance himself. He listened to her emotions while burying his own. Hook. Most women don't realize how much a man carries until the day he puts it down. After he leaves, she finally notices the absence. No one calms her down. No one grounds her. No one listens with patience. No one absorbs the impact of her worst days. She always thought he was strong enough to handle everything. Now she understands. He wasn't unbreakable. He was silently breaking in ways she never saw. 4. She realizes he had feelings too, she just never made room for them. He tried to open up. Maybe once. Maybe 100 times. But each time he did, she shifted the focus back to herself, or minimized his emotions, or brushed them off with, "Oh, you're overreacting. You'll get over it. It's not a big deal." So eventually, he stopped speaking. Not because he had nothing to say, but because he learned his feelings had no place in that relationship. Only after he's gone does she remember those moments, with a different kind of clarity. The look on his face when she dismissed something important, the hesitation when he tried to bring things up, the quiet never mind. Hook. A man stops talking long before he stops caring. Now she understands. Every silence from him was a wound he didn't know how to express. But silence can only stretch so far, before it becomes distance, and distance becomes departure. 5. She realizes he wasn't asking for perfection, just recognition. He didn't want her to be flawless. He just wanted her to try, to meet him with the same energy he gave, to show up, to care. He wanted her effort, not excuses, a step forward, not another reason to wait, a small change, not the same pattern repeating endlessly. But she believed he would stay, no matter how little she invested. She confused his patience for permanence. And when he finally walks away, with a calm, steady, unshakable resolve, it shocks her more than any argument ever could. Hook. A good man's goodbye is the one goodbye you never get a chance to fix. Because once he leaves, he has already done all the emotional work long before. The decision wasn't made when he walked out. It was made in every moment she ignored. 6. She realizes the world outside doesn't offer what he gave naturally. This is the part she never expected. At first, she thinks life will simply continue. More attention, more messages, more validation. It's always there, right? But modern dating hits her like cold water. She meets men who are charming but inconsistent, interested but selfish, emotionally intense but unreliable. Men who talk but don't act. Men who want her time but not her heart. Men who show up only when convenient. Men who offer passion but not stability. And suddenly, she sees him in all the ways the world fails to measure up. He listened. He remembered. He planned. He cared. He was stable, grounded, intentional. All the things she once found boring now feel like a blessing she didn't know how to value. Hook. Attraction is replaceable. Consistency is not. Now she realizes. She lost the kind of man women spend years trying to find. And she had him. And she didn't see him. 7. She realizes he didn't leave for someone else. He left for himself. This is the hardest truth. She imagines he met someone new. Someone prettier, more interesting, more exciting. But that's rarely why a good man leaves. Good men don't replace. They recover. They don't jump into new arms. They rebuild their identity in their own. When he leaves, he doesn't seek new validation. He seeks peace. He seeks clarity. He seeks the version of himself he lost trying to love someone who didn't love him the same way. Hook. A man doesn't lose himself all at once. He loses himself one unreciprocated effort at a time. And when he finally lets go, he's not running toward another woman. He's running toward the man he used to be, before the exhaustion, before the emotional drought, before the constant battle to be understood. He leaves to breathe again, and once he does, he doesn't go back to suffocating. 8. She realizes regret hits differently when a good man leaves. She has lost before. Relationships, connections, flings, short-term stories. But losing a good man is a completely different kind of pain. It's not jealousy. It's not heartbreak. It's not fear. It's the awareness that you had something rare, and you didn't treat it like something rare. It's realizing that good men don't circle back. They don't return for another round of the same disappointment. They don't re-enter the place where they were slowly fading. When he closes the chapter, he writes the final sentence carefully, quietly, permanently. Hook. There is no second chance with a man who gave you too many first ones. Her regret becomes a slow burn, the kind that follows her through memories, dreams, songs, old photos, the quiet moments of life when she wonders what could have happened if she treated him better when he was still hers. But now he's gone. 9. She realizes too late that good men love deeply and leave completely. There's something unique about a good man's heart. It doesn't love halfway. It doesn't show up halfway. It doesn't invest halfway. But when that heart breaks, it doesn't break halfway either. When he's done fully, completely, calmly, irreversibly. He doesn't hate her. He doesn't resent her. He doesn't wish her harm. He simply closes the emotional door she never fully opened. And that's the moment she finally understands. She didn't lose a man. She lost a future. She lost stability. She lost the one person who would have stood by her through everything if she had only given him something to hold on to. Hook final. A woman only realizes the worth of a good man the moment she realizes he's never coming back. And by then, he is already gone, walking toward a life where he is seen, valued, and finally at peace.